Hey Heather, how are you?
Hi, Tracy. Good. How you
Hi,
doing?
good. Thanks for joining me today. I know that we
Thank
wanted to talk
you.
about a pressing question that you're getting asked almost
Yes.
every day, right? What's that question?
Is it still a good time to buy? So I've had multiple people recently ask me, and they know me. And so they're like, okay, Heather, come on, be real with us. So, I'm just kind of telling them how it is. So I really wanted to touch on that today and touch on, is it a good time and how we can help people still build wealth through purchasing.
Absolutely. And I think it's always proof is in the numbers, right? So
Yes.
we actually have the ability to do an analysis for people. And I'm going to show you a quick example of that, where if they reach out to you or they reach out to me, we could take their situation, sales price they're looking at, county they're looking in, and do a worksheet that we'll do really quick together to just understand what that cost of waiting could be based on interest rate changes, appreciation. So we'll do that together right now.
Yeah, and while you're getting that, so the reason, I know you and I kind of talked about this, but they ask is now a good time to buy, and we always like to ask them, well, what makes you think it's not a good time?
Yeah.
And the two number one components are interest rates are so high, and our price is going to go down even further. So we need to touch
Yes.
on that too.
Yeah, and interest rates is a tough one because none of us would have predicted what happened, right? Even like
Yes.
last week, I mean, we're in the high sixes, 7% range right now, depending on the situation. I can say that they are projecting for rates to go down, but it could be second quarter of next year. I mean, we just don't know when. So I tell people like you're married to the home, you're not married to the loan, right? You're
Yes.
not married to the rate. You could refinance. No, there's generally no prepayment penalty on any loan types anymore. And so you could generally refinance. So you can refinance. Generally, there's no prepayment penalties. So
Uh-huh.
what I really would want to speak to, because these are the numbers that we know historically, appreciation, right? What we could kind of forecast in your county and how much money people could potentially lose without,
Yes.
buying now, without pulling the trigger. So I'm going to share my screen really quick and we'll go through this. And for any of your clients, this is something that we could do together. And there's a bunch of things that we could do, but what I'm going to take you through right now is the cost of waiting, right? So like a loan comparison and a cost of waiting.
Yes.
Some other things that we could do is, let me just show you really quick here. We have different calculators. We could do an appreciation calculator. We could do an affordability calculator for people. If people own a home now, we can show them if they took money out or bought an investment property. So there's a lot of good analysis that we could do. But for the answering your specific question, what we did is we put in California, we put in
Mhm.
Riverside County, right? And then we're going to just do a test property. Sales price you're saying average right now is 685, is that right?
That's the median sales price in Riverside County.
Okay.
So I know the city of Corona is a little bit higher than that, but let's go median county wise.
Okay, so we're going to do that 685. I'm going to use an average tax rate of 1.25%. So
That's
obviously when
good.
you find the home, that'll be specific.
Mhm.
Monthly homeowners insurance, I'm using $100 a month, no HOA. I'm going to include a standard tax deduction. And actually, if you look at the income range, right? I'm assuming in order to afford that home type, let's go to like maybe 24% tax break, right? And I'm going to
Okay.
say that someone is married filing jointly to understand what their deductions are. So I'm
Yeah.
going to hit continue. Now, what this will allow me to do is let's say someone was going to wait 3 years. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to do waiting 3 years. We're going to say that their down payment on this new purchase is going to be, let's say 10% down. So not even putting 20% down on the purchase. Okay. It's going to be a conventional loan, fixed. I'm going to put the interest rate. I'm just going to do like 7.25 because we had a huge rate hike, unfortunately, like 3 of them last week. And number of points, I'm going to just put 1. Now points again are optional. You could buy down the interest rate using points with a seller credit. We've gotten into that in previous videos. Monthly
And
mortgage
the great thing,
insurance.
let me just touch on that real
Go
quick.
ahead.
The great thing about Tracy is based on individual scenarios, you can kind of consult with them and say, okay, I think this makes sense. You'll earn this money back in so many years, or this really doesn't make sense to buy down this rate based on the
Yeah.
cost. correct?
Everything is numbers. So we do a
Yeah.
break-even analysis to show the cost of buying down the rate versus the payment savings and how many years it would take someone in order to recoup that cost.
Yeah.
Yep. And then monthly mortgage insurance, you could see help me here just in case we don't know. But it'll give an idea with a credit score. I mean, let's just say you have a little bit of a higher credit. And we're going to do conventional. We could add different modifiers if we wanted to. So I'm just going to hit confirm. And what this will do is give us what the monthly mortgage insurance rate would be. Now, I
Okay.
already know, I already pretty much like kind of get an idea of what it would be. So I'm going to use like $110 a month as
Perfect.
part of the monthly payment. And then closing costs, again, there's worksheets that we can use, right? But in general, when you're buying a home, including taxes and insurance and everything, I usually tell people somewhere like around 12,000 approximately, not including any points. So I'm just going to use 12,000 because it's already assuming the point. And then forecasted appreciation, right? So I'm going to hit calculate. And so here's really what we're looking for. So it's showing you your loan today, waiting 6 months, waiting 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years. It's going to show you the increase in property value, right, over time. So you can
That's
see
huge.
here,
So we're looking at upwards of 15% over the span of 3 years.
correct. Yeah, because we saw like the average, is like a little over 5%, right? And that's still what they're forecasting.
Yeah.
And that's what
5% appreciation per year.
absolutely.
Yes.
So, and it's factoring everything in, like your higher rate. It's only assuming rates going up, not down, right? So let's say they go up an eighth, they go up, they go like, right? So, your APR, your points. So this is really what's powerful. So someone waiting even 6 months, right? Their loss in cash flow, $2,100, lost in appreciation, 8,700, lost in amortization. Do you know what that means? The amortization loss, or do you want me to tell you?
Go ahead and
Have an
explain it.
idea? So when you're paying on a mortgage, you're taking money out of one place and you're putting it into just another place. It's still your money, right?
Yes.
You're not paying a landlord, you're not paying anybody else's mortgage. So amortization is you making your payments, and that principal amount of your payment is going back to you eventually because you're putting that back into the house, right? Back
Correct.
into the equity. So if you waited 6 months to buy in this market, your cost to wait would be a little over $12,000. Okay. 1 year, 38,000. 2 years, 80,000. 3 years, 125,000. So
God, that number, that's so powerful to
right,
see like in
yeah.
writing.
So, and that's why it's like we don't have a crystal ball and we can't determine exactly what's going to happen. But what I love are the people in these industries that are using history, right, and numbers and what has happened over 20, 30 years, and then anticipated amortization and appreciation, which we can calculate. And that's really what we want to show people is, if your question is it a good time to buy? I would say, do you want to lose $104,000 of money in 3 years? And you'd probably say no.
Yes.
So I would say, okay, then it's a good
Yes.
time to buy, you know? So the other thing too is, what's
Yeah, and I
happening.
love what you said earlier.
That what?
What's that?
What'd you say? What did I say
I
earlier?
was just saying I love what you said earlier. That you're married to the house, not the rate. So as soon as rates go down, of course, your team
Yeah,
will be notifying you, because our goal is to save you money. Our goal
yeah,
is to help you through your real estate journey. So
yep.
of course, we're going to want to help you be able to lower that rate and
Yeah,
save some money in
yeah.
the
I mean, what
future.
we do is we do like a 6 month, regardless if rates go up or down, but we always do a 6 month review. So like first 6 months after we close, 12 months, we check on appreciation for our clients, check if there's a better interest rate. But one of the things too is, what's happening right now in the stock market? Any idea? What's happening to people's 401ks? They're going down, right? So people that had, this money that they were holding on to, appreciation in stocks are going down, appreciation in homes are going up. So people to understand that you
But
can
what
take out,
else can you invest in?
exactly. So you could take out a 401k loan and pay it back to yourself, right? And so there's different ways to invest where you don't have to have 20% down or 10% down in savings. There's other places that you could, you know, take
Yeah.
from that are losing money to put into real estate that's gaining money. Cool.
Correct.
Yes.
And I think I always say real estate is, you know, a marathon. You're going to always appreciate, you know, homes are always appreciating. And maybe it's a little slower than the last 2 years,
Yeah.
a slower rate of appreciation, but it's still appreciating.
Right.
So you're still earning equity.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I love that you're willing to do these reviews.
Yeah.
And then for people who already own their homes, I am also open to doing an equity review from when you purchased your home till now, because people who own their homes might be in a little state of panic. And I want you to, you know and feel comfortable that your home is still appreciating.
Absolutely. Yeah. And most people have so much equity right now, right? Like in their homes, and it's understanding that
Mhm.
what they could do with it. Do they need to pull cash out? Do they want to take cash now while they have the equity and put it just into a checking or a liquid account? I mean, there's so many options. We have to be wealth advisors to our clients these days because of everything that's changing in the market.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for that insight. I
You're
really, really appreciate
welcome.
it, Tracy.
I love doing this stuff for your clients. So again, I'm just going to share my screen. I'm going to show you if your clients need any kind of analysis, we could take them into buying versus renting, buying an investment property, appreciation,
Love that.
what that looks like. We could do different calculators, like what if they paid points? What are their goals for retirement? If they want to do an ARM versus a fix. There's a lot of different scenarios that we could run for them, just to make sure that we're giving them the best advice possible.
That is perfect. Well, thank you
You're
so much,
welcome.
Tracy. I really
It was
appreciate
so
it.
great. So everybody, like our channels. We want to get this information out to you. So make sure you like and share.
Yes. Follow us for more information.
Be awesome. Thanks, Heather.
Absolutely. And if you want an equity review or a consultation, reach out to us directly. We'll be happy to set that up.
Perfect. Thank you. Talk to you soon.